Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The photo arrived while I was scrubbing a lipstick stain from my husband's collar. My phone buzzed, and when I tapped the screen, a single image filled it. A white stick on a marble countertop. 2 bright pink lines. Then a text below it. This belongs to your husband. Congratulations to us. My hands went painfully still. The stain on the collar spread into the water like a blooming wound. My heartbeat slammed into my ribs. For a second I could not breathe. Air felt thick, heavy, almost sour in my throat. I stared at the test until the colors blurred. Pink, white, marble. Everything else in the room faded. Only betrayal remained. I wanted to scream. I wanted to throw the phone. Instead, I placed the shirt aside and stood perfectly still. Like stillness would keep my world from collapsing. Then I opened the message thread. Her name was Mia. Someone I had met once at a work dinner. Bright smile, glossy hair. The type of woman who seemed to float rather than walk. She had shaken my hand and told me I had a lovely marriage. She had even laughed about how my husband talked about me non-stop. There were no prior messages from her. Nothing. She had waited until she had a weapon strong enough to pierce bone. My thumbs trembled. My mind raced to the weeks before. Late nights. Sudden work trips. Annoyed sighs when I asked simple questions. His new concern for fitness. The expensive cologne that appeared on the bathroom shelf with no explanation. Every one of them a sign I had pushed aside. My stomach twisted as I texted him. We need to talk. Now. He called 3 minutes later. His voice was calm, almost bored. He said he was busy. He said he would be home late again. I felt my throat tighten around every second of his practiced ease. I told him about the message. Silence. Then he hung up. Not one word. Not even a lie. I sank into a chair and pressed my hands to my face. Tears slipped through my fingers. My breath shook with the weight of disbelief. I felt anger rise like a slow heat under my skin, pushing me upright. If he would not tell me the truth, I would find it myself. I called the clinic whose logo appeared faintly in the background of the photo. I recognized it from my own annual visits. The receptionist sounded startled when I asked if someone had been in for a paternity consultation under my husband's name. There was a pause. Then she confirmed it. My body went cold. She did not say more, only that the test was ready for pickup. I thanked her with a voice that did not feel like mine. The clinic sat beneath a tall building with mirrored windows. The waiting room smelled of disinfectant and citrus. When the staff member handed me the envelope, her eyes softened like she already knew the truth inside. I walked to my car but could not bring myself to sit. I opened the envelope standing beside the door. One look. One line. 0% probability. My breath rushed out in a painful gasp. My knees almost gave. So he had tried to confirm the child was his. And he had already learned it was not. He knew Mia was lying. He knew she was trying to trap him. And he still had not told me. That betrayal hit harder than the pregnancy test. It was not just that he cheated. It was that he had allowed another woman to spin my life into chaos while he stayed silent. A cold calm settled into me. Not numbness. Not forgiveness. Something sharper. Something honest. I sat in the car and took a photo of the document. Then I forwarded it to Mia. Your move. I waited. She responded fast. You are lying. I sent the clinic number. She did not reply again. When I arrived home, my husband was already there. He stood in the kitchen with his hands braced on the counter. He looked up at me like a man waiting for a sentence. I did not raise my voice. I did not cry again. I simply held out the envelope. He took it with shaking fingers. His eyes moved across the page. His chest rose and fell in uneven breaths. I asked one question. Why did you let her tell me before you did? His face twisted with shame, panic, and something close to fear. He said he was scared. He said he did not want to lose me. He said he had been trying to end things quietly. He said he thought ignoring her would make her disappear. Every word sounded like a flimsy plank on a crumbling bridge. I listened. Then I told him the truth. It was not the affair that ended us. It was his silence. His willingness to let me drown in uncertainty, while he hid behind convenience. For the first time since the message arrived, I felt steady. I told him I wanted space. Real space. I told him I would stay with my sister for a while. I watched his face fall, watched his composure break. But I did not comfort him. Not this time. As I packed a small bag, I realized something strange. Betrayal did not destroy me. It revealed me. It showed me the truth about the man I loved and the strength I had forgotten I carried. When I closed the door behind me, I felt the first clear breath of the entire day. And I walked toward a future that would no longer be shaped by his lies.